Okay, so what I'm going to do in this video is show you how to translate these areas down here. So this is like the footer area. These are widgets and we can translate them using string translation. So come to widgets, you'll see that we've got, our contact widget, our social icons, and our footer widget with find out more about Bhakti Marga and things like that. So what we want to do is translate that. Okay, so I'm going to go into the back end, go down here to string translation. Okay, I'm going to find some different things to translate. First one, nice and easy, contact and follow. I want, when I change that to German, to change to the German version of those words. Okay, so I do contact and follow, I search. It's found it. I want to do a translation of it. I'm going to have to go into this, grab that, come back to my string translations, put it in, oops, don't want that, put it back. Translation is complete and save. So when I go back to my website now and I change this to German, language DE, come down here, yeah, so we have German in the footer, change that back to English. Contact and follow. Okay, let's do something that's slightly more complicated. Contact, it's a very common word, so you might have very common words that you want to try and search for and translate. Okay, so we know that this is all to do with the widget area in the footer. Okay, and it's giving us a lot of installers, gravity forms, custom fields, default, because contact comes up all over the place, right? In the plugins, in the page text, everything else. Okay, I've changed the default. I think you'll probably have it on 10 when you first open the plugin. That won't display all of them for this. I know it goes on for over 100 by the looks of it here. So let's go down here. It is definitely a widget. So we want to try and find here, domain, we have to try and find widget. Okay. So it's not a form, it's not default, not a map. Widgets. Okay. So we found a widget. Look, we've got contact. It's a widget title. Does that sound about right? Contact. It's a widget title. Super. Okay, so come down to here. It's not contact and follow. We've already done that. So let's do that. So contact. I know that the German for contact is that. So let's put that in the string translation. Okay. Now nothing will show up if I just press save. You have to tick translation is complete. Right. There's that one done. Okay. If I refresh this. And I change this to German. Good, so they're both now changed over. Okay, so you can do that with any of this, phone, mobile, anything you want. Once you've changed it in your default language, you've put whatever you want here, your own phone numbers and everything else, translate it, look for mobile and do exactly the same thing. So it's just any string, any bit of text essentially will show up in string translation. You just have to find it. Okay. The next bit is up here. We're going to try this. There's a few custom footers for specifically on the sadhana pages, like find a Atmakriya yoga teacher, but most of the pages by default will always have this. Find out more about Bhakti Marga. So let's try and sort that out. Okay. String up to the top. Going to press search. Okay, so it's going to give us 2 here, but it's giving us some HTML. So if you've got this far, you're probably reasonably okay with HTML. It gets a little more complicated now, but essentially we have to try and copy the HTML, which is here. Where is it? Find out. It's definitely that one there. Look, find out more about Bhakti Marga. I copy that, I put it in there, and I want to grab that bit of text, put that into, right, string translation. So look, it's got a bit of HTML, we just leave that in there, but we find the bit of English text that we want to translate. So find out more about Bhakti Marga is going to be in German. It's a button, leave that. The only issue is it's going to link here to the German, it's going to link to the English contact page as if the website is like set up the way it is currently. Okay, so I'm going to press translation is complete because I want to be able to see it, right? So I just press save, but we are going to have to either fix that link. I'll show you how I would do that, and then we'll probably finish this video. So yeah, we're in German. We've got that. Get in touch today is another thing we need to translate. So look, get in touch today. I can do that while I'm here. So let's copy that. I'm going to go into here. Get in touch today. That's going to be quite a big button. Now, you don't have to use these words. You can obviously use your own, which will work better for you in whatever language. So maybe that's the translation of that 4-word English statement is maybe too big for a button. So you might choose to, alter it. Anyway, so at the moment, the website is not, it's in default language of English, right? And it's likely that if you're using a translation, you're maybe going to keep the English and you want to use the translated text as the default language. So it won't have lang equals DE. It will just be the page name, okay? So if I come back to here, I want to come down to the settings. It's probably in there actually, language, yep. Let's change the default language. Again, we'll go back to German. Change it. Okay, right, so let's see if this works. So this is the home page, so it won't have that after it. Okay, so this is our home page, right? If I click on that, it's going to contact. So let's see where it ends up. Okay, so it's going to contact, but we've lost our menu switcher, but we are definitely in German. So that link is fine. We can leave that in the string translation, but we do have to, now that I've noticed that, we have to come down to our menu and add our language switcher at the end of that menu, which I shall do now. I do believe I haven't translated this page. That would be why. Okay, so we come back up to contact. This is in Dutch, English. So English is there, that's fine. There is a translation, German. Let's just check that it's going to the right page. I'm going to put in contact us. In fact, we'll just do this just so we can see that it's doing the right thing. Do that. Okay, so if I was to view this page, I think that's it, yeah. Okay, so it's translated it up there, it's translated it here. I probably, what I'll do is I will come back to the home page and just check to see where that link goes to. Okay, so I am in here, I click that, I go to the German contact page. Okay, so there's no need to change the link, but you will have to test all of these links and just check that everything is working as it should do. But essentially, that is string translation. It's quite fiddly, but over time you'll just get used to it, and you'll know how to test the different languages and also check the links in the HTML within the translation form fields. Okay, that's it.